Welcome everybody to another edition of Locally Yours. I'm Mayor Taylor Hubbard and we're here at Bountiful Basket to learn more about their organization.
I'm City Council Member McKayla Hatfield, and we are at Bountiful Basket's Chaska location today, which is located just off Bavaria Road at the corner of Bavaria and Engler. So you can check them out here. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Patty Sinekin, the Executive Director at Bountiful Basket Food Shelf. Bountiful Basket is your local food shelf. We have two sites. We are located both our physical locations, both in Chaska and Cologne. We traditionally serve the eastern Carver County area, specifically Chaska, Chanhassen, Victoria, and Carver, and then of course expanded out to western Carver County as well. We do welcome anybody who walks through our door. We've been here about 16 years now, really providing good, nutritious food for families who are facing food insecurity.
For someone coming here for the first time, what should they expect to experience coming to Bountiful Basket?
Yeah, for the first time, I always say the first thing that people experience is walking through our door. Hopefully you are greeted with a big smile. We want everybody to feel welcome here, dignified here. So the volunteers will greet you as you show up. At the front desk, we do ask for a little bit of paperwork, very, very little paperwork. And then we get started in shopping.
And it's intentionally set up like a grocery store. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yep, so a couple years ago we actually remodeled and we became what you call a super shelf. It's a certified program that was put together by the University of Minnesota Extension Services, health partners, and it's really about creating an atmosphere that is the most welcoming, dignified experience possible while putting a focus on health and nutrition. So as you shop, the first thing that you do is you see the big table of fresh produce. Mm-hmm. So you grab your fresh produce and then you go around and you grab your root vegetables, the potatoes and onions. And then we're very fortunate to have amazing food rescue partners in the area where we go to like the local Target and Cub and Quick Trip, Aldi, Lunds Byerly's, Mac and Tunes. We get items from them every morning that is close to expiration date, but that is still good. Mm-hmm. Items like cut fruit, salads, yogurts, milks, dairy. So you've got 5 beautiful refrigerators full of items like that, deli sandwiches. So you take those, you get milk, cheese, and eggs, mm-hmm. and then your proteins like your beef and your chicken, fish, things like that. Then you start zigging and zagging your way through and you get to your canned fruits and vegetables and the canned proteins, the grains, the cereals, the baking goods. We end with the snacks and we end with the breads.
Sure. Because
according to behavioral economics, you're going to take more of the first things that you see, and we want to put that emphasis on health and nutrition.
Yeah.
We also do have a section for hygiene items. So everyone goes away with a thing of toilet paper and then one item, a cleaning item for your house and a personal hygiene item as well. And we have cat and dog food as well because we consider pets part of the family.
Absolutely.
Yep. That's awesome.
You've been supporting the community in the surrounding area. So what are some of the programs and services that you guys offer that do support our local community here?
You know, the majority of the work that we do happen within these walls, but so much of our work also happens outside of our walls. We have a lot of different mobile and outreach programs. It was a year and a half ago, we set up a small pantry at the West Creek Apartments here in Chaska, which is a new apartment building that houses 18 or 19 youth who are coming out of homelessness.
We're well aware of that.
Yeah.
We were on the council with that. So
we put a pantry in there, and that way when we know that these youth have transportation barriers, so instead of having to come here to get their groceries, their food needs met, they can get them right on site there. We have a wonderful relationship with Southwest Transit. We do about 20 mobile deliveries every other week where we get all the food ready, we get the orders put together, and then Southwest Transit sends 2 buses here and they actually go and do all the deliveries for us free of charge. We have got programs, we do school snacks, so every school within eastern Carver County, depending on the size of the school, you'll receive either 100 to 1,000 snacks once a month. Because we know there's many kids who are food insecure at school and just need something to tie them over during the day so they can focus on their studies. We work with the county. They've got vouchers where they put individuals up in some local motels if they're facing homelessness. And we also go there every other week and provide food. We try to put food aside that you don't need a full kitchen to cook with. So we bring food there. We have a Thanksgiving program where we provide turkey and all the fixings. So just a lot of programs that, you know, aren't happening here, but we're getting food out the door.
Sure.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your partnership with the City of Chaska, things like Night to Unite, and how has that impacted you guys in the community?
Yeah, we love our relationship with the City of Chaska, and for real. First of all, the building that we're in is city-owned by the City of Chaska. The most amazing landlords that we could possibly ask for. But if something happens, like we make a phone call and they're here just Johnny on the spot. So we're very thankful to be in this building. We get a ton of support from the City of Chaska. Yes, the Night to Unite is a very fun one, and last year was the first time we had all 4 mayors from Eastern Carver County together here at the food shelf. Did a little friendly competition on Night to Unite to see which city could bring in the most pounds and dollars raised. I wish I could say it was Chaska. It was almost Chaska. Next year it'll be Chaska.
We're coming for you, Carver.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it wasn't for such a good cause, Carver, watch out.
So yes, I wish I could remember also how much was raised through all that, but the amount of pounds and dollars that were raised, phenomenal. And we, filled the food shelf. The police department and the fire department have been great friends and supporters of ours. Doing the Battle of the Badges. We're just thankful. We love this community and we love this city.
Awesome.
How do we stay connected to you? Like, what are your hours, and how do people kind of keep in touch with Bountiful Basket?
Well, first, you can call me at any time you want. I always welcome community. I love meeting our members from our community. But a more systematic way, we do send out a monthly e-newsletter. If you go onto our website, there's a place to sign up for it. We don't spam, we don't put a lot of stuff out there, but once a month on the first of every month you will receive something from us just to say what's the impact we've had, maybe a story or two, our current needs, and things that are happening in the community at the moment.
Wonderful.
You are more than welcome to stop by anytime that we are open. The place is always hustling and bustling with a lot of people. Our hours, we are open Mondays from 9 to 3:30, Tuesdays 9 to 6:30, Wednesdays 9 to 3:30, and then Thursdays and Fridays 9 to 12:30, and the first and third Saturday of each month from 9 to 12.
So plenty of opportunities to stop by.
Yes.
You mentioned in the newsletter stories that have had an impact.
Yeah.
Do you have a story that stands out in the last 15 years?
Oh my gosh, so many.
So many.
I think about one gentleman who came here, and we are open to anybody. And I know it's interesting telling a story here. We're in Chaska, and I'm going to tell a story about a gentleman who came and visited us from Bloomington. He came here, and he's a school teacher in Bloomington, and he didn't want to go to his local food shelf because he didn't want any parents or kids that might see him. So he came in here, asked if it was okay, and we said, of course it's okay. And then he looked around and saw how busy it was. And he asked our front desk volunteer, and he just said, are you always this busy? And she said, well, we always say fortunately, unfortunately, as long as the need is there, yes, we are. And we're honored to be able to provide that support. But he looked around, he goes, well, that actually makes me feel a little bit better because I don't feel alone.
What's your donation process?
We try to make it as easy as possible. Obviously, we accept donations of both financial donations and food donations. For a financial donation, a couple different options. You can go right online. There's a tab, it says, donate and then donate financially. You can go right online and make a financial donation. If individuals are interested in doing like a drive where you're collecting from various individuals, like a lot of companies will do that, or civic groups, we can actually make a specific campaign for you. That way you can give a specific URL and we can track how many donations your specific drive has, the impact that your drive is having.
Yeah.
You can also just stop in at any time. You can bring a check or cash right up to the front desk. Our volunteers can take it, log it, you'll receive a receipt right there and then.
Yeah.
For food donations, during our business operating hours, we have volunteers on site, volunteers and staff at all times, and willing to accept and happily accept donations.
Sure.
So you come to the back of the building for that, and a volunteer will come. We actually weigh every single donation that comes in, whether it's 1 can of food or whether it's a trunk load of food.
Sure.
But that's how we do inventory here. So we
Okay.
weigh everything that comes in, we weigh in.
Yep.
Everything that goes out gets weighed out. And again, a receipt will be generated right on site.
Well, this was fantastic, being able to learn more about Bountiful Basket and all the ways it serves our community.
This was an especially meaningful edition of Locally Yours. Bountiful Basket gives so much back to the community and such an incredible partner. We're so grateful they're here in Chaska. See you next time.